few days have been a lot of this. At least she has a fish tank to look at. Today is Sunday. Not sure what's going on today. We'll find out together. It feels like fall here. I'm headed to the office. I haven't been there in, gosh, week, maybe more. I want to take a look at the fish tank, see how everything is doing over there. Eva is finally doing well. She's sleeping. Still coughing a little bit, but I think that it's just the remnants. I can finally leave the house for a little bit. I mean, leave the house, not necessarily going to a hospital. There's been a lot of buzz, I guess, about some other notable vloggers ending their vlogs. I only knew about Casey. I wasn't such a huge consumer of the other guy's vlogs, but PewDiePie, who is the biggest vlogger of them all, but he's in gaming. I'm not such a big fan of the gaming vlogs. He's ended his vlog. That's like 45 million subscribers. Incredible. A lot of people are asking, are vlogs healthy for the viewers and for the subjects? They've all had some fairly tearful, you know, goodbyes. I don't think so. It used to be that we were fed information that was filtered through writers and directors and producers and big corporations designing TV shows that are designed for people to watch them. So, you know, they're dictated and directed, you know, in certain ways to try to attract a specific person. And the actors portrayed characters in order to influence the minds of the viewers, you know, get you to watch more so that you could see the commercials. But vlogging is a path to another place, a place where people produce content that they want to produce under guidance of nobody but themselves, for no one but the community of people that want to watch it in the first place. We all get to be our own director and producer and design our shows the way we want to design them. Now, do I tell the 100% truth of my life in this vlogs? Probably not. You probably get a 93% of what's going on. There is some underlying storylines that I leave out of the vlog. For example, you know, the recent sickness of Eva, so I kind of strayed away from telling that story. I don't want to record my sick daughter, because that was an argument a couple of people have said. There's a side of life that is picture perfect and it's portrayed by these vloggers, and then these people that are watching are thinking, wow, this person lives such a perfect life, and there's some sort of maybe a depression or a want, you know, to see these vloggers in their perfect lives when they're not really perfect. I don't think that argument holds much water. I mean, we watch TV that is much, much more slanted than these vlogs. I mean, you can watch any sort of drama that's fully produced, or even the reality TV that's on TV is, they're taking the exact specific clips that producers have chosen to make somebody the villain or make another person the hero. If you look at vlogs, they're the least this way. It's just one person telling their story about their life or whatever aspect of their life they want to tell about. No, I don't think that that's a negative. If anything, it's leading to a greater positive, which is the ability for people all over the world to peer in on lifestyles that they might never be able to attain, or maybe they want to attain, and therefore learn something from a very personal perspective. You know, many people that watch this don't live in China, and so they see my life and maybe they can glean a little bit of what life is like for somebody that lives in China. Maybe not everybody that lives in China lives my lifestyle, but it's a taste, it's a flavor, and through my editing, hopefully I make it entertaining. If you were to go totally unfiltered, which I think some people do, you risk losing some viewers, because well, 90% of my day, when you don't see it here in this 10-minute video, It might be me sitting on the couch, or it might be me sitting behind a wheel or doing something very mundane, and you don't want to see that. The objective to doing these vlogs is trying to make my daily life a little bit more interesting through creative editing. But it's still my life. And I'm not being paid as an actor. And there's no producer in the back seat, you know, cut! Let's do that again. There was the other argument that I heard that the vlogs themselves kind of detract from real life for the vlogger. And a lot of these vloggers feel like they're living a fake life. They've kind of created this representation of their life, which isn't necessarily what their life is. And I think that that's a personal issue. People all over the world experience depression, experience anxiety, experience lives that they feel like they're, you know, living vicariously through this weird lens, and they're not filming vlogs. They're going to work every day depressed and frustrated, or they're in a relationship they don't like, or they're, you know, putting themselves in a circumstance that they're not 100% comfortable with. That's human nature. That's not a symptom of vlogging. That's just life. And you can make a vlog that enhances your life, and I think you can make a vlog that kind of sucks the life out of you and gets you behaving like somebody else. I've tried to make this vlog as much like me so that I don't have to act as possible. I like the character that you're watching. I like myself, and so I'm not trying to be anything different so that you guys are more interested or not. To be honest, if you're not interested in what you're watching, then change the channel, because that's who I am, and I'm not really gonna change in order to get more viewers. I might try to touch on different topics. I might listen to what you say about maybe how I recorded a certain thing and try to make it a little bit more interesting. I've tried to improve my editing style, but I am who I am, and that's who I am, so you're not gonna see any changes with that. I'm quite happy with how this vlog has been going, and how it's kind of enhanced my life. Not only do I find more of what I do during the day interesting because I'm trying to capture it in a special way, but I have found other people that have found value in what I'm doing, and that's really awesome. To inspire other people is, you know, a really fulfilling way to live life. I've had a couple of other people say that you know, when I stopped the vlog for the last couple of days because of Eva, you know, you need to focus on your family. This vlog is not important. And I totally understand that viewpoint, but I also look at it from the other viewpoint, that what I'm doing is actually enhancing the relationship with my daughter and my family. And, you know, my mom came here and said she had such an amazing time here in China. And she has a day-by-day video chronicle of her time here in a fairly energetically edited way that she can consume down the road when she wants to reminisce. In a lot of ways, it's capturing life better than your mind might be able to do it. And in that way, it's better. You know, I'm not gonna say that these vlogs are, you know, better than this, but they allow you to get back to this, you know, whenever you might want. I've reflected on a couple of the vlogs on a number of occasions and smiled and thought about it and said, wow, I wouldn't have remembered it so well had I not had the vlog to reinforce it. For me personally, that's one of the reasons I do this vlog, so that I don't forget the important and sometimes the not important things in life, because sometimes the smaller things are what makes us who we are, those little stories. And if I was to do a monthly vlog or a monthly video documentary, you would never see these smaller moments. You would only see the big headers. And the big headers would be, you know, an hour-long documentary, and it might be more epic in scale, but I think people that watch vlogs enjoy the nuance, the smaller parts of life. And a lot of times if you do a big overarching documentary without the supporting structures of all these little things that happen in daily life, you end up seeing something that's too fabricated. And you end up running into that same problem from before, that you have this story that, you know, is sort of fanciful. It's real life, but you don't see all the supporting structures, so there's nothing holding it up. That the vlog is the opportunity to look at everything. I also agree that vlogging is consuming. It's not an easy thing to produce a video every single day that's original and interesting and hopefully fun to watch. So having big time vloggers kind of ending their vlogs is not a big surprise to me. Vlogging started sort of at the same time period. You know, these big time guys kind of started at similar times. You know, this age, the dawn of vlogging kind of started. And I think that it does have somewhat of a shelf life. A few years that people, you know, really document their whole life every single day. It's hard to do forever. They will go by and do other things, and new people will come in and pick up the mantle where they have stopped. So I still think that my vlog is in its infancy. Will it stay the way it is right now? Absolutely not. To be honest, this vlog is going to evolve as I get back on the road and start traveling on the trike. Probably not going to look much like this. It's going to evolve into something quite different. More of a travel log of my life. Looking at the fish tank makes me depressed. I just feel like I don't have enough attention on this big guy. The big tank. I think the age of my big tank is winding down. Although there are some successes in there, some corals are doing well. I just feel like I don't have enough time to come here and take care of this big guy. I love having a big tank here, but I also understand the responsibility that goes into having a tank like this. And if you can't take care of it, you don't deserve it. I definitely have neglected the care on this guy. I find Eva being sick very interesting. Not interesting in like, wow, that's a good thing that she's sick, but interesting in the fact that she's feeling this sore throat for the first time in her life. It is a completely new experience. It's understandable that she's having a hard time grasping it. It makes me feel like I'm so excited for her in a lot of ways, because all those bad things, of course, they're not good, you know, but there is a whole gamut, a whole lifetime worth of firsts that are waiting for her to experience. First time kissing, first time traveling on her own, first time getting a good grade on a test, first time having a really awesome idea, first time driving a car, first time being really, really good at something like, you know, a sport or, you know, some sort of an activity, first time feeling pride in something, you know, that she did right. Simple things like first time tying her shoe, first time eating spicy food, first time having a piece of candy. She's got a lifetime of firsts. And, you know, first times are not always positive, but you learn from them, like this sickness, you know, she's learning how her throat feels. I know personally that the first time you do something, it can be very scary. First time I went to China, it was overwhelming. You know, that was a big move for me, but today, you know, it's very comfortable to be here. And that was a pretty major thing for me. She's gonna have a whole list of firsts. Yep, she's gonna have an interesting life ahead of her. Hopefully she can take those firsts and learn lessons from them, or catalog them in a way that supports her life. Hopefully she takes all those firsts and builds a beautiful essence of Eva. Anyways, just thinking about that, because she's been sick, and I'm like, wow. She's crying a lot because of that sore throat. She doesn't have a fever, but she definitely is very, very uncomfortable. But if you put yourself in her shoes, she doesn't even know what that uncomfortable feeling is from, or anything to compare it to. It is wholly original to her. And when you understand that, you can really appreciate the pain she's going through. There's a group of you out there that say that me driving and recording at the same time is very dangerous. I won't deny that it's probably not the smartest thing to do, but I am right now looking at traffic. I know the camera is trained on me just by habit, so I don't really think the camera is there. It's simply like I'm having a conversation with myself. And every so often I look at the camera to maintain some eye contact with the people watching the video, but I don't think it's really taking away from the safety aspect of driving. I know my camera pretty well, and I know where it is. And I think that we all have conversations, you know, with maybe a passenger that we might be driving with, or maybe we're listening to the radio, or, you know, distractions are everywhere. And although it seems like I'm extremely focused on the conversation with the camera, I would have to say that it's at least on par with having a conversation with somebody in the passenger seat. And as far as the driving shots go, a lot of those, I don't even look at the camera when I'm making those driving videos where the camera is recording the drive. I simply take the camera, I put it out the window, and I drive straight forward, and then I turn the camera, get another angle, and then I continue driving, and then I'm boom, boom, boom. It's not necessarily as dangerous as I think a lot of you might think it is. Hi. Well, I'm all washed up, shaved up. I've got like some sort of a skin thing going on. I don't know what it is. What is going on with your dad's face? So, anyways, the vlog's back on. I'm gonna end this one right now. What do you think, right? You wanna do the sign off? What are you doing, hand signals? After the medicine, she's pretty good for a while. You're pretty good. JaYoe. JaYoe. We will see you tomorrow. Subscribe, like, share, comment, and what? What do you want to say? Huh? She wants to say she feels better, and thank you for all the well wishes, comments to her, right? Say thank you. Thank you. All right, JaYoe. See you tomorrow. Bye. It's 11 o'clock. This is an addendum to the vlog. She has changed 3 outfits already. Eats, almost falls asleep, cough, puke. Wake up. Eat, almost falls asleep, cough, puke, wake up. I'm not sure what that means. I think it means she's pissed off. That's frustrated.